Hey there, ADB024 Aaron here. Today I'm taking it easy. I'm taking a trip with my wife to the coast, and I'm taking somewhat of back roads. I took Territorial Highway to Drain, which was originally the Applegate Trail, and then now I'm taking Highway 38 to Reedsport from Drain. Went around in the little town of Drain, real nice old town that was originally on the Southern Pacific Railroad there, so it was a railroad town. And then, and then in the 60s the freeways were built, I-5 was built, and many towns were bypassed by the freeways. So small towns never get the appreciation they should anymore. But an interesting thing here, I'm taking Highway 38 from Drain to Reedsport, and originally this road, what it was actually a real railroad. But it never actually became a operational railroad. It was just under construction because they were trying to get rail to the port of Coos Bay, the largest deepwater port in Oregon, and they were trying to get rail to it way back turn of the century, 1907 or something like that. And there was competition. This was back in the rail wars, where railroads used to compete and try to build railroads to the same town, and whoever got there first then got some little bit of financing from the federal government, or just got the right-of-way and beat the other railroad. So here's actually some remnants of the old an old trestle here. So actually what that is an old railroad trestle, but it never even actually became fully operational. Alright guys, here I am a little farther down the road where Highway 38 going to the Oregon coast from I-5 Drain area goes through a big tunnel here. And from what I remember, that was about the end of that the original grade here, which was that railroad that never got completed because of the other railroad being completed first. But here's an interesting so this road here, originally what it was like the old stagecoach road. And you know, America used to be much more rural homesteads than it is now, and here's a prime example of it, because what we have here is a historic school site from 1890s, 1913, and that was the heydays of America there before the world socialist revolutions, and so people were more self-dependent. Alright guys, so I'm a little farther down the road now. This is a big, the major town here that you reach on Highway 38 coming from Drain, and it's odd why this town is here. I find that it seems to be because the stagecoach would come here, and this is the farthest place up this Smith River, I believe, that a ferry could possibly go, and then people would get on a ferry and probably go to Coos Bay, and then get on another ferry and be able to go to San Francisco and travel anywhere in the world from there. Real nice small town called Elkton, and I'll go a little farther down the road and you'll find out why, because there's a lot of elk in the area. But check it out. You know, it's the type of town where you could just let your kids walk around on the road and never have to worry. Sad we got a house for sale here, which tells me something's not right, but there's your Baptist church up there. You guys forget that everyone that came on the Oregon Trail was generally southern, coming from Kentucky or the rebel parts of Missouri. Alright, speaking of this small town of Elkton here, I stopped and just talked with a guy, and everyone's so nice, you know, in small towns like this, and started talking about that railroad. This highway used to being a railroad, and he knew all about it, and he says, yeah, up in the hills, you go up in the hills, and there's old tunnels that no one even knows about, that are you can walk through them and everything. So pretty cool. You never know what you can find out in the hills of Oregon. Old gold mine shafts, abandoned railroad tunnels. Alright guys, here I am a little bit down Highway 38 from Elkton, heading to Reedsport, Oregon. Great town name of Elkton, because right down the road here what you find is a little wildlife refuge preserve, and the elk just love to come out here, and they know they're safe. Come out here and just graze. Pretty good sized herd out there right now. There's a nice viewing spot up the road here, but the elk weren't hanging out there. They were hanging out down here, so I had to pull alongside the road here. Kind of a dangerous spot, but it's funny how those elk know they're safe there and just hang out.